Welcome to episode 4 of Living Your Healthy Sweet Life podcast series. Hi, I am Kay Loughrey, founder and CEO of Sweet Life Wellness, registered dietitian and nutritionist, and healthy eating coach with 30 plus years of experience helping people with their health. Did you ever have something you were avoiding facing? Maybe something with your boss, a situation with your kid, even your own health, but you knew you had to face it. Well, that happened to me. And when I was 8 years old, I started eating. Only it wasn't eating, I was hiding because something bad had happened to me. And I was playing a game of hide and seek from an abusive experience that I had. And I soothed myself. I soothed myself by eating all of the sweets my mom made me, and especially the chocolate chip cookies, the gooey, warm, fresh out of the oven chocolate chip cookies that I love so much. And that's how I knew she loved me. And isn't that what we want to know most from our mom? Yes, and that is where my cravings started and my yo-yo dieting. And interestingly enough, I had substituted food for the relationships that I had really wanted to have. And along the way, I did all those normal things of going to college, getting a job, and getting married. And one day, I realized that I said to myself, this marriage is on the verge of collapse. I need help. And I realized in this moment that I was still playing that game of hide and seek. And I got help. I got help from a coach who helped me lift the veil on why I was making the choices I was making and helped me appreciate who I really am and look in the mirror and love who I saw. And she helped me build a healthier relationship with food. That was so helpful. And one of the other things that helped me along the way was in my early 20s, I started meditating. And it helped me calm down. It helped me feel less stressed. And it really helped me deal with the trauma that I had experienced early on. And both these things helped me turn my life around. And what did I learn from all this? Well, I learned that I can change my life and that you can change your life too. And change is available to you. And I'm going to show you some ways that I made changes in my life that you can use to make changes in your life too. And so, have you ever wanted to tame your cravings? Well, that's what we're going to focus on today. And the people that I see are often very, very stressed. And by the end of the day, they just want something to snack on. They just want a way to soothe themselves. And so they soothe themselves with food, with drugs, alcohol, or even something else. But it isn't always the healthiest way. And, the thing with stress is it builds day by day by day, unless we do something about it. And there is an alternative. There is an alternative for the half of American adults who have a diet-related condition like diabetes, heart disease, or obesity. There is a way to make healthier choices. And that's why I'm doing these podcasts and concentrating on helping you flip the switch from a stress response to a relaxation response so you can tame your cravings, no matter whether it's food or something else. And so in episode 1, what we did is we just introduced this idea of the connection between stress and how difficult it is to change a habit. And we introduced some ways for you to calm yourself. And in episode 2, we also introduced some ways to experience being, instead of just cramming our day and night, every nook and cranny with doing things. And in episode 3, we showed you how to interrupt the triggers you have that cause cravings. And in episode 4 today, we're going to show you how to tame those cravings. And I have a special proprietary tool that I use with the people I work with and the people who pay me. And I'm going to give you a shortened form of this tool that goes along with episode 4. It's a workbook. And in the workbook is a tool, a choice tool, 6 steps to powerful choices. And I show you specific ways to tame your cravings. And I'm giving you this access to this tool as part of this episode. And your cravings could be something as simple as you eat a bowl of ice cream every night in front of the TV. So we're going to tell you where to access that workbook at the end of our episode today. Greg McKeown, author of a great book called Essentialism, The Pursuit of Less, wrote in his book, the ability to choose cannot be taken away from you, and it can't even be given away. It can only be forgotten. And isn't that what happens after a stressful day or even a stressful life? We forget that we have the ability to choose. So today we're going to sharpen the focus on how to make a conscious choice with a reflection and a meditation. And I asked myself this question about making better choices. I ask myself, how can I allow myself to embrace the change that I desire to make? And here's what I received as a bit of wisdom. And I'm going to pretty much read it because I want to get every word just right for you. Doubt not. Take the next step, always. The future awaits me like a breath of fresh air. I allow myself to see the future I desire. As the day unfolds, I step into my flow. I'm flexible and let go of the things that no longer serve me. I allow myself self-care along the way. I allow myself to make a fresh start when things go off track. I am present. I am in harmony with things that bring me well-being, clarity, and action. And wouldn't it be wonderful if you could start the day like this with intention? So what we're going to do right now is we are going to try out a meditation. And this is a Tibetan Buddhist meditation called Shamatha Vipassana. And this meditation comes from a wonderful book, a little resource, and actually a compassion box by Pema Chodron, a Tibetan Buddhist nun. And in her book, Start Where You Are, A Guide to Compassionate Living, she wrote, the technique of sitting, called Shamatha Vipassana, or tranquility insight, is like a golden key that helps us know ourselves. And so we are going to try this meditation out in just a moment. I just want to start out by saying that we can work with life with an open heart and use meditation as a gateway to making better choices. And so how about we try this meditation right now? And so first, let's just get comfortable in your seat, kind of, sit comfortably, sit straight in your seat all the way to the back, and sit in a relaxed way with your eyes half open. And as you breathe in, notice a sense of opening and waiting. And as you exhale or breathe out, notice a sense of being fully present and relaxed. So we're going to continue paying attention to our breathing throughout this meditation. So now, also want to note that be aware of any sounds that you hear around you or any thoughts that come and go, just like a tide at the ocean, just noticing without judgment. And now let's try it out together. Let's do a brief inhale with a sense of open and awaiting, and exhale, present and relaxed. Inhale, open and awaiting. Exhale, present and relaxed. One more time. Inhale, open and awaiting. Exhale, present and relaxed. And now continue this meditation by stopping the recording for 5 minutes, practice the meditation we just mentioned, and then restart the recording to continue. Welcome back. A famous Japanese author, Haruki Murakami, once wrote, "Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional." Optional? You mean we do have a choice about whether or not to suffer? Yes, we do have a choice. We can make better choices instead of suffering. Throughout my early days, I watched my mom make thousands of cookies and hundreds of pies. And it was only later that I realized that she too was hiding behind food. And, you know, what is the one thing that we want to hear from our mom? It's "I love you." Yes, I love you. And that's something that I never heard from my mom and so needed from my mom. And so when I got help, one of the things we touched on was why I was making the choices I was making. And I don't know why my mom made the choices that she made, but I do know this. As long as I'm on this planet, as long as I have a breath to take, as long as I have the knowledge that I can share and I can help people, I am going to help them make better choices, make the changes they want to make so that they can lose weight and have more energy and have the sweet life that we were all gifted to live. So how about this? No more hide and seek. No more avoiding the changes that we want to make. You can make a stand for yourself. And all it takes is making ourselves a priority, making ourselves a priority right now. So I just, in closing, have one little thing that I want to share with you. I want to be able to show you where that choice tool is that I promised you is a part of the workbook. So here's how to do that. Are you ready? So look for episode 4, the video on YouTube, the Kay Loughrey channel that contains the Living Your Healthy Sweet Life podcast. And click on the video first, and then look underneath the video for the episode description and a little phrase that says show more. You'll click on that, you'll see the link for the workbook. Click on the link and you've got it. And this workbook is designed to show you how to tame your cravings and take action to change a habit you want to change. And as a reminder, each episode builds on the previous episodes, and so they're best done in sequence. And are you somebody who needs a little more help? Well, if so, feel free to call me and we'll see what we can do to help you tame your cravings. So the phone number to reach me is on the top of the sweetlifewellness.com homepage. That's sweetlifewellness.com. So thank you for joining us today for episode 4. And next Tuesday at 10 a.m., we will be releasing episode 5, How to Enjoy Mindful Eating. Thank you for joining us.